we'll keep an eye out for apples. Was there a quest to turn in over here? Let me check. Collect the last word publication. Did we not collect it then? Make sure you deliver it. Let's do the Writers Guild compilation work. Near the waters of the village of New Kingsport in the rainforest. Okay, so he's all the way in the rainforest. That's not even near where we're at. That would be left coming out of the city. Which, you know, we're going to spend some time over there killing some truffle hogs. Which is, you know, it's kind of cool that they put them in there because they actually do use truffles or hogs to sniff out the truffles in real life. So that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. But to be killing them is kind of strange. You would think at the very least there would be truffles in the area near them, and there might actually be. I don't think I've ever really paid that close attention to the ground over there because the grass is so high in that area. All right, so it's loading there for a second. Got an apple, baby. Any other apples out here? Gonna make me a pie later. No, not really, but I wish you could. I wish there was a recipe for apple pies. I'd be making that left and right. Handed them out to newbies. Just like, you know, welcome to the game. Here's an apple pie. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but yeah, I love apple pies. It's something that I'm very passionate about. Strange, right, guys? Alright, some more apples. Come on. Give me the apple. Give me the apple. That is an apple right there. We go. Another one there. Alright, another one bites the dust. Any more out here? I don't see any. Ooh, there are some apples over here. These guys are tough, by the way. In case you're deciding to come over here and try to get some stuff. We're going to go ahead and... I was going to say we're going to kill him because he was standing on the apple, but I guess now we don't have to. No more apples out there? Oh, there's one more apple. And he didn't get aggro. Sweet. I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's go back and do our fishing. We're also going to look for, I believe it was 4 more. It might be 6 more, but I think it was 4 more rotospores. Those little purple mushrooms we need. Something strangely satisfying in those just roaming the lands. Ah, there's a mushroom already way over there. I do like the distance on the clipping plane. Kind of hate looting this one because there's a guy over there fighting. He may have like been wandering over here trying to get it, but it's far enough away that I don't think he was going after it. Is he gonna make it? Oh, he didn't make it. Neither did his friend. Well, if I was good enough with the spell to res, I would definitely give it a shot. But the last time I tried that, I tried it for about 10 minutes and I didn't get the spell to land. So I need a lot more work with the wizard. More spore. You know what? We're gonna kill you. Too close to that. Small tongue. Well, we'll take it. I'll be using those at some point for fishing. When I decide to level my skill up, I think I'm gonna just kill or hunt sunfish. Seems like those are the easiest to make the lures for. Tons and tons of lures out here as far as like the tongues and what is it? I think it's tongue and eyeballs. Eyeballs are easy to get to. I've collected all these spores I need. Let's get a couple more while we see them. As you guys have already found out, they are used in the healing potion. And if anybody else has any recipes that these things are used for that you know about, give us a heads up, because I like to kind of pass some of that information on. Alright. It is getting dark. There is a day and night cycle in this game. Now, I don't know if it's tied 100% sure to the day and night cycle in real life. It does seem like when I played this game at night, as I said before previously, that I don't sleep very much. When I play this game at night, it does tend to be nighttime in the sky more than it is during the day. There is also a day-night cycle that happens during the day too, but it's, I don't know, like I said, it's usually dark more. Or it could just be the region that I was in. I was over there next to the Warvens and, you know, the Burning Wood area. That area always has stars above it, and I'm not sure if that's just something naturally built into that area. 2 more over here. Come on. Oh, let me get it. There we go. And 1 more. Let's help this guy out a little bit. Well, a healing orb didn't get to him in time, so that didn't help. We're going to go ahead and do some fishing right here. This has not been a spot that I've tried. I think we're far enough away. All right, so that's a tooth and a tongue on there. It's supposed to be for bass, and I believe we need 4 more. What are you guys saying right now? Nothing? All right. Fish right off the bat? I didn't think it has something to do with the level. I've been level 3 for a long time, and I wasn't getting this kind of bitage. I'm really close to level 4. Now, I'm guessing the max level is 20. That seems to be the max level for wizards, warriors, you know, all the other classes out there. There we go. 6.5 pounds, new record. Look at that. 6.5 pounds right there. That was a good fish. That's going to feed a small family. Come on, baby. So peaceful, guys. Look at that. The sunset's going down over there. It's kind of blurring out the landscape because it's getting dark. Got a nice cast that didn't work. I also want to be able to upgrade my fishing rod. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this one. It's one of the first ones I've gotten. But it's pretty basic looking. And I have heard that some people have had their fishing rod break on them. I'm not even sure what to do in that situation. Like, where do you get another one if it breaks on you? Oh, come on, come on. Did I get it? Yep, I sure did. Yeah, this just seems horrible. The very first cast that some guy did when I first started the game, and I was out here just listening to people talking about the fishing, the guys were telling him how to fish. He lost his bait and broke his fishing rod. Very first cast. And he was like, okay, I guess I'm done. And then he went off to a hunt, and he's probably never come back to fishing since. So RMG was very angry to him that day. It was just not on his side at all. Sunfish, all right, not what I was looking for. AC, is there requirements for add capital letters in the game or in chat? Yeah, I mean, in chat, you should be able to add capital letters easily. There we go. That was a good cast. Was on P99 to check on Thum. Now I am out. Yeah, it seemed like he locked pretty quick, man. I wish him the best and hope that he comes back soon. Sucks, dude. Yeah, who's a good friend like that? See the twilight. It's taken a while. Now, can you guys imagine this type of game in realistic graphics where they go as detailed as they possibly can? Maybe even Monster Hunter style. Monster Hunter is coming out with the games, not in VR, but it is a MMO, and it's the first time that Monster Hunter is ever doing that. Looked really, really in depth from the previews that I've seen, and now that I've played a game like this, all I can ever think about is how amazing a game like that would be in VR. You know, like, when is that going to happen? And that's what this game kind of is. You know, there is the ability to hunt creatures and then use them in things. You know, like there's entire games out there. There's one called Craft VR, and all you do in that game is you craft potions, you craft armor, you craft weapons, and you sell them to adventurers that are NPCs coming to your shop to buy for their next dungeon. And that is a very enjoyable thing for a lot of people. It's like the Sally Salons, any game where you're just doing one very simple task, but you're doing it repetitively and you're doing it very well, and you get better at it. That's what this game offers, but just with everything. Potion making, they can make that so detailed, where there was a Harry Potter game that I played on the Wii where you actually had to tilt your hand very, very slightly if you were going to pour in potions to get the ingredients to come out slowly, or you could just dump the entire thing in there and see it all bubble up and explode in front of your face. They could do something like that. They've already went down that route by making you put the ingredients into the pot. But now I would love to see them expand that, and with higher levels and higher recipes, be able to control the heat that is on there. Actually turn the knob, turn down the heat, turn it up, make it where you have to make it hot and then turn it down so it has to go back to cold and then maybe back up. I mean, there's so many different combinations they can do with it, depending on the fuel that you add into it. Maybe wood to start with, and then later on coal. It's a slower burning but longer lasting fuel. All sorts of things that you could do to make that even more complicated than it is, and make it a skill set just like spellcasting is, where people have to train to use it, and there's only a small portion of the population doing the advanced stuff because they've learned it long enough. Should be good. I don't anything to smack you if you use caps. Just don't get crazy. Oh yeah. I think you're welcome to use caps in the channel. Just like you said, all caps. I don't mind it, but some people think of it like you're yelling at them, and I can kind of see their point. But I mean, it's not. Casting in this direction over here is not working, so I'm going to cast out in that direction. There we go. That's a nice long cast. We already got a fish. Okay. One of the longest casts that we start with, and the fish is right on the hook at the very moment it lands. That's not hard work for us at all. We don't have to sit here and wind this whole thing in. Shouldn't be complaining. There's plenty of times where we do this and we don't get anything. And this right here, the fishing, they can make this one kind of complicated too. There's a game called Fishing World. It's an MMO that I got access to, and I played in there for a while. That one is super detailed when it comes to fishing. But, sunfish, and we got a level. Yeah, baby, level 4. But yeah, that one, was super detailed to the point of, if you want to learn how to fish in real life, that game would help you do it. It was that precise on where to go, where the fish actually hide out under certain places. The weather would change things. You could get, all these little devices that actually exist in the real world to scan for fish, and you'd see how it actually looks when you use them, and they'd have some of the same problems that they would have with the real life ones. Sometimes they give you false readings, and I mean, just tons and tons of stuff it did on that one. This one I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more, as far as like the bobber going down when it pulls a little tighter, some fish just being more aggressive than others, your line breaking more often, and maybe a little bit more in depth with having to change the hook, like same thing with the weapon, grab it and kind of put it in there and do a little motion to tie it on there, because that's some of the things that new fishermen kind of have to deal with, is not knowing how to bait their own hook. What class level are you? I am level 4 in fishing at the moment, and I am level 10, almost level 11 in the Musketeer, level 4 in wizardry, the spellcaster, and I think I'm level 2 in my warrior, and I haven't really played the archer all that much, but I'm kind of specializing in maybe a healer class. It tends to be the role that I play in most MMOs. This one, it's about 50-50. Most of the time in a group, they have me as DPS, but occasionally I get to play the role of the healer, which is, it's kind of cool that you can switch back and forth between them. And, you know, there's just a lot of utility with this class. We'll smack you for other reasons in the best places. Alright, look at it, guys. It is getting dark. The clouds are gone. The stars are not quite out yet, though. Still have not got the green-bellied fish that we're looking for. This may not be the right spot. We may go back over there. That's where we had some really good luck. Right over there on the other side of that fishing shack. So if this one doesn't produce anything, we'll run over there real quick. Nope. Alright. Let's do it. And we lost our bait. Perfect timing, too. Okay. Let's see. Small tooth and feather. That's for catfish. Come on, show me what you are. Small tongue, small tooth. Right. Small tongue, small tooth. All right. Got the right bait. It's funny how you'll see like all levels. It doesn't matter. You're level 20 sorcerer, level 20 musket. You're still over here fishing at level 1 spot. Alright, so this seemed like a really good spot earlier. Again, I'm getting a lot of these casts that just do not show the line. I'm not sure if it's just because it's too low when I'm casting it, it's going out too far, or just some type of error with room scaling and the sensor's not quite seeing it. Love the disembodied hands in almost all VR games. Calls it sexy time with Richard. Gross even for me. Let's see. Floating hands are awesome. Right on, my warrior is almost 10. My mage is 5. My fishing is 5. Everything else is 1. How do you like the fishing so far? I mean, obviously you like it pretty good because I'm only level 4 and I've been fishing for quite some time. So to get to level 5, you've had to put some time into it. I guess you probably get to level 5 just doing the quest for fishing, because there's a number of them that want you to get like 20 fish of this and 5 fish of that. That's the one I'm working on right now. Got all the fish I need except for the green-bellied, and then I'll have to make a stop at my home to get the goldfish that I have hiding in there. But I like it. I'm really digging. There we go. We just need like 3 more of these dudes. Yeah, I'm liking the variants in the fishing lures and how you can find them out from different sources. I would love to see them be a little bit more complicated than just 2 ingredients. You know, feather, teeth, maybe like a 3rd or 4th or 5th ingredient onto it, make it a lot more complicated as you get to some of the higher tier stuff. And I'm not sure how they're going to handle it yet, but I would kind of maybe want to see like a Loch Ness monster. Oh, I lost my lure? Wow, that was really quick. That might be the last one we had for that. Lesser eye. Small tooth and feathers, so we don't want that. Small tooth and feathers, we don't want that one. Lesser eye. Small tooth and feathers. I don't even have any regular lures left. Yeah, I have no regular lures left. All I got is the fancy ones. Small tooth and feathers. Alright, we'll have to go back and make some, guys. I apologize. That sucks. Well, we're gonna have to break these things down because it's really not used for anything else. Like I said, it kind of sucks because You don't get anything out of breaking these things down. Absolutely nothing. At least with items, like I got a couple things here we can break down, like the Musketeer hat. Break that down. We get these nice little items right here that sell for a decent amount of money. That's how you kind of make a little bit of cash in the game, by breaking down items. You can sell the other stuff you get, the harvestables. I don't know if you can sell health potions. I haven't really tried. I've been hanging on to all mine, think I'm going to use them.
That's what I think.
And I probably will at some point.
Maybe try that again.
I'm just a quest junkie. Once I get a quest, I have to complete it. Right? That's why my fishing is 5. I'm just on the next quest ahead of you. Oh, okay, so there's another quest on the fishing thing. I'm liking that. I'm glad that they are continuing along the fishing quest with more than just one. I could see them stopping fairly easily with that and just being like, it's kind of a cool skill, but we're not going to make people do it as much as you might think. So yeah, we're going to have to go with tongues and eyeballs on this one, because I don't think we have any more teeth. And there's a chance to catch the green-bellied with it, but it's going to be super rare. I guess we don't really need to pick out the goldfish while we're here, since we're probably going to catch more than we need going this route.
She's talking to Guardian, but yeah, it's the whole starting area.
Yeah, next one is in the jungle. Catch minnows and eels. I actually have quite a few minnows already. I didn't know they were used for anything. Alright, so tongues and eyeballs. Make so-and-so a very unhappy boy. So we're gonna make 4 of these, because there's no downside to making more. We just put them in the bank when we need them. There we go. We got 4 of those. We're gonna drop off our loot while we're here, or maybe we won't. This flyer. Alright, so there's my fish right there if I needed them. I have 29 sunfish in there. I'm going to hold on to them. We're going to put our mushrooms away. We're going to put our tongue... Can we put those in here? Nope, those are not the right ingredient for this area. Always try to check to see what can go where. This should be a good ingredient. Yeah, apples are fine in here. And we're going to hang on to everything else, right? We got those and those. Where's our catfish? There's our catfish. Let's move them over. I like to have them organized. And small tongue, lesser eye. So those are going to be ones we use. This one too. Lesser eye, small tongue. Is this the same one? Lesser eye, small tongue. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, that's everything we need to take out. I guess we can put the small tongue away while we're here. No use to hang on to it. Just more weight. Yeah, I have 5 minnows in there, so that might not be enough. But a good place to get the small fish was over next to the level 8 dungeon, when you're just kind of chilling and waiting.
You ball mother... Oh, hey, shut up! Alright.
My bad.
Say another word.
I wasn't even talking to him. I wasn't even talking. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand right here. Okay. You. Talking to you.
Cold one.
You never know what you're going to get when you go into town, guys. There was a little bit of griefing going on, apparently, at some point. People were using the teleportation portal to cast onto newbies when they first entered the game. They didn't know anything, and if they weren't moving, the portal will suck them in because it was cast right on top of them. And they were teleporting them over into the desert where it's a PvP zone. So, yeah, that is now considered griefing, and I think it's a punishable offense like banning or something. Let's see what you guys are saying. You bald mother. Next one in the jungle, catch minnows and eels. I like to keep my characters realistic. I'm not bald in real life, but I do tend to keep my hair really short, buzz cut or something along those lines. think it's a holdover from when
The bobber's gonna go under, right?
it's holdover from when I used to play
wouldn't
football.
do that.
Having long hair, I did that for a while. I even had like all the gel in there. And after like the, I don't know, 100th time of getting gel in your eyes and your eyes stinging like crazy, I was just like, this is ridiculous. Why am I going down this route? I'll just cut my hair short. And, you know, it's kind of stayed. Plus, it makes for getting ready just so much easier. I don't like to spend a lot of time grooming if I don't have to. That's what that guy said when you came out of your house. Oh. He's probably talking to me. He's like, why are you talking to yourself, dude? Bugging everybody.
So I do want to become the legendary fisher.
There we go. Got a bite already. Hopefully it's a green-bellied bass.
You don't get that much XP for the fisher quests.
It's a sunfish.
No, you don't.
Well, we still need more of
Yeah,
those.
so Now I want to say eels in the minnows, right?
That's not a good one right there. That was a little too far out there, actually.
Like, go to hell. Right, do you want
So somebody else is on that minnow one you guys were just talking about as well.
Have you got the? You haven't got the. Oh, you got Sergeant Sieg. Right.
Yeah,
Should
I
we go
need to do
Winterwood
that.
or Rainforest? Which one? Sergeant Sieg.
Yeah. It always happens when we have the longest cast. Right off the bat, we get it.
But I don't know where he is. Oh, hold on, I think I know.
He's in Winterwood.
Yeah, let's go there. Shall we?
Yeah. Do you want me to? Are we walking?
Well, is it far?
Yes.
All that for a sunfish that only weighs 3.6 pounds.
I could try.
It's just in Winterwood, isn't it? Which is
Big bucks, no whammies.
Like you'll see. Where's Winterwood? Let's have a look.
It's cool when they give you the fishing rods that are like the double mechanism, and they're like big and heavy, hefty ones, and you can change the line on it for bigger fish.
We go to the inn. Is the inn closed? You know that?
Yeah, there we go. Come on.
Okay, I'll let it know.
Something better than a goldfish.
Hold on, let me check the map before I do something stupid. Before I teleport us in the other direction. Alright.
I don't know, guys. I'm actually digging this spot. It may be a little crowded. They have a lot of people around, but
No, I think.
I'm getting a lot of fish here.
Oh, hello. What are you guys trying to do?
We're just gonna go over to
Still another sunfish. Not bad on the size though, 4.5.
That was holy shit. I like.
How'd you
Let's
do
check
that
our
first?
quest while we're here. That's something to look
This
at.
is a nerd.
Alright.
Hello.
The other white
Let's
meat.
move on.
So we have the chef. We need to go back and get the chef done. That's part of the main storyline. I
mean,
almost
like,
forgot all about that.
With the
That will
wand,
be
I
for
guess.
collecting the stag meat right there, and then we still have to do the cigars. But we have, I think, what we need to do the cigar one too.
I'll practice, dude.
Rotospores, so we need 20 of those. Lowland Woods to track down. That's somebody in town, but I guess we don't have it now done because we put them in the bank, so we need to go get those out as well. Where's the fishing one? There we go. There's the fishing one. So we need 2 more bass and 3 more sunfish. I'm kind of hoping that he doesn't take the actual fish from me, because then we'll have to go back and get more catfish. That would actually suck. So let's see. Too frail to make the journey. With the manuscript, make sure you deliver it for him. Find the editor. Let's look into our inventory here. Do we have a manuscript? Oh, we have whiskey. We have a weapon shipment we got from the rainforest, the jungle area. I don't have a manuscript, so I think it's somewhere over there in town. There we go. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet here, guys. Kind of concentrating on my fishing. Got a sunfish. Yeah, it's a good spot, but
fucking rod out of my face. Shit.
I think what we're gonna do is we're going to go over to the jungle for a minute. Go over to the rainforest, and we are going to get a couple teeth, because it's going to help us get those green-bellied bass a little faster. And it's kind of slow going over there, to be honest. I mean, I like fishing it and all, but I like it to be a little faster than that. You guys can see how far into level 10 I am. Not too bad. These, oh man, what are they called? The truffle shuffle? Truffle hog? Somebody else said that earlier, truffle shuffle. It's sticking with me now. But yeah, these truffle hogs, decent experience, to be honest. There's some enemies out there that are super hard and they give very little experience. And then there's some enemies in the game that are incredibly easy to kill and they give tons of experience. Finding the right one is how you do the grinding, I think. The tigers in this area over here, pretty rough, dude. The very first monster I ran into was a tiger, and he jumps at you from far away. Like that kind of far away, he jumps all the way on top of you like a tank does, and he one-shotted me. And I was like, oh, maybe not the best place to be over here at level 6. Probably right. I think at level 6 mage might have a little bit better luck doing the things he needs to over here to survive. But yeah, it's going to be really, really rough if you take those guys on. Now, if you take on the hogs, not so much. They really don't hit that hard. And if you can burn them down fast enough, they don't do jack. Though the reason I say the mage can do it a little bit easier than most of the other classes is because the mage has ability to slow down the enemy by hitting them with an ice spell. And I've watched a few... I can actually hit an enemy here. I've watched a few of them do their thing, and the enemy never even makes it to them. They just kind of run them around trees and different objects, and it's pretty cool. Like, if I could do that, I think I'd level a lot faster. You're down. Let's see. Now, I am sitting down in a chair, which is why I can't really see over the grass too much, but the grass is really high. And even if you're standing up, you're going to have a hard time seeing through this. But I think sitting down as you go through this gives you a unique perspective. And I would love to see them come up with a rainforest or something so thick that this is what you see. Nothing but like the top edges. And it's not until you're already on top of an enemy or something like that where you can just barely see, you know, the line of, you know, what it cons to you being thrown into the game. Now, I did do a little bit of exploring, and I went to the desert, and I found a snowy region as well somewhere in here. I'm not quite sure where that was because I died to get there. It spawned me at the cemetery, and it was a snowy region. So they do got a few different biomes into the game, and, you know, you guys know how I am with snowy regions. I am all about that. So that will probably be one we're checking out here pretty much as soon as we can. I kind of remember the way there if I die again. So we may have to bite the bullet, give ourselves a death just to get there. No loot from any of these things yet. I was getting tons of loot last night. Alright, let's head back this direction. There are a few more hogs back the other way. Oh, I see somebody's already killing some over here. Took too long to get back to them. Yeah, there are some hogs in the other direction, but then you'll run into the guys that heal themselves, and sometimes the hogs pull with those as well. So, kind of want to watch out. I don't like getting too close to them if I don't have to. I'm not seeing any more hogs over here. Looks like this place is fairly camped. I guess let's go over here and check the dangerous area. We might be able to get a hit on one more monster. I think that's all we need, actually. It's just one more tag and we're good. You know what? While we're here, might as well. 28. There we go. This is not... This is the area, alright. Believe this is the right... Yeah, this is the right area. Cemetery right there. Okay, I don't remember there being a guard out here. Now, yeah, here we go. Here's a couple of the hogs. All we needed is a tooth. And we're having like the horrible luck getting it. Alright, throw the orb. Take the hit. One more. Still no loot. Go ahead and get the other guy while we got the healing orb up. You guys say AC seems lost. Just be your inner self, Crocodile Dundee. Well, you know, there's a nice little place to fish over here. So there could be some Crocodile Dundee guys out here, but this is the dude. This is the dude. These big green guys. I absolutely hate those guys. Like, they don't even give me experience anymore, and yet I still can't kill them by myself. I just don't do enough damage. They don't do jack to me either, but the fight never ends. It's just like a stalemate. He's too close. I think if I pull him, the other guy will aggro. Some of these are... I don't know if they're social, as in they see one of their friends being attacked, so they help out. But they do aggro just the same, for whatever the reason is. I think it's proximity more than like social behavior. Well, I've never seen that guard there before, so I'm not sure if he actually helps out or not. I'd be a little bit more worried that the guard itself will kill me. And those hornets, I must have killed like 40 of them one night with the group that I was down here with. Or I should say a partner. It wasn't really a full group. But yeah, we were down here doing the hornets for a quest. And I was killing a whole bunch of them on my own. And then he kind of joined me. So we had to kind of start all over again with the amount that we're killing. I didn't get one thing of loot off of those guys. Not once that entire night. So some of these mobs drop decent loot. And they drop it often. While other ones are just really, really sucky when it comes to loot. Okay, so we're looking for guards out here. I needed a couple more of them. There's usually one or two sitting right here. There we go. There's one right over there. My aim was a little better. I could be spanking this guy the whole time he's coming at me. Probably would have killed him before he even got here. Okay, well that was quick. Come on, soldiers. We need a couple more. Now, I did go over in that direction. I don't like going in that direction anymore. There's a big monster right here at the end of the road. In fact, I'll show you guys while we wait for this to respawn. As long as I don't get too close to him. He's tough. He's tough. Killed me in about 3 hits, I think. If I remember correctly. It might be less, actually. It might have been just 2. There he is, right over there. He is a bigger version of the soldier. And you guys can see a little red thing over his head. I don't even want to get that close anymore. Dude is a pain in my butt. I think this guy's after the same thing. Let's just get a tag on it then. There you go, he's dead. Let's go ahead and take a look at our book. How many more do we need of those? We have 7 out of 12, so we need a few more, guys. We need 5 more. And I think he is heading out, or at least it looks like it, so maybe he's gotten all the ones he needs. We're going to look around over there, because it did seem like there's a few more soldiers to the right. And if I can avoid this big dude while these guys respawn, I'd prefer to do that. Respawn does seem to be a little smaller with some tunes versus others. I really hate even getting this close to that guy. Let me come out here in the field. Does look like there's a fort out here. I had no idea there was a town right over here. Let's take a little look-see over here, guys. Let's take a little peek. It's hard to pass up a new area. That's the best way in. Anything going on? What's up, fellas? Got a shovel? We'll probably need that for a quest down the road. We got a little fire going on over here. Can we light the fire? No? Can't do anything with the fire? What about you? No text on you, huh? A little bit of food being cooked over here. This is what I want to see right here. Us throwing like fish in there and maybe some of the Queen's herbs. Making ourselves a little pot roast. A little stew. We got mushrooms already. We got tons and tons of mushrooms. I'm not seeing any mobs out here, which is kind of disturbing me because we're getting a little far away from our known area. So let's go back, I guess. A little bit of wandering around today, guys. So if you haven't seen some of these areas, hopefully you're getting to enjoy it. If you've seen it before, you're probably like, this guy's just running around in circles. I'm going to stick next to the water. Because I don't know where the road is over there at the moment. And that guy's standing right next to the road. I know. I'm paranoid about him. But once he kills you, I think you guys might be a little paranoid about him too. Rightly so, because he is a tough little dude. Come on, soldiers. Now these guys do have shields, and the best way I have found to kill them on a regular basis, even with a shield, is to throw up your damaging orb and then back up a little bit, and then your damage orb will sit there and whittle them down the entire time you guys are fighting him. Come on, one more hit. There we go. EQ VR update looking good. Oh, thanks for following, Turg, man. That's amazing. VR update for EverQuest. I mean, you know, I'm all for it. If they come out with one, I will definitely be there to try it out. That would be crazy. I mean, I can only imagine a lot of the video games that we've played over the years being in VR. Space Invaders, Galaga, you know, Silkworm, like tons and tons of the old arcade games in a three-dimensional space would be pretty sweet just to see. Oh, come on. That poison definitely hit him at that range. Like glitched out or something. Only does about half the damage. There we go. Loot finally. What do we get? Small tongue. That's not fantastic. We want teeth, man. We want some... Ooh. Almost attacked this guy, and he is red to us. Look at that. That would have been death right there. I'm glad we held off on that. These are the lizard people in Firot, right? Getting ready to head into Kazakh Thul. It's kinda, right? That's why I keep comparing it to EverQuest. There's a huge feel for this game. The way you move around is real slow. The way you level is real slow. There's even a burning woods, guys. I kid you not. There is a woods where it is on fire perpetually forever. And there's like burnt woods and there's woods on fire. I mean, it's just crazy how much it has in common with EverQuest. But it's still its own game. It still has its own storyline, which with the quest are really good. The storyline that they tell you when it comes to like video clips and stuff are kind of lame. They need a lot of work on those to make them interesting. Very bare bones at the moment. I'm okay with it. It doesn't detract away from the game too much. But yeah, when they finally get a good writer in there to give them some storyline that tends to draw you in more than bore you, then yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, so he's dead. One more, two more. I think I needed two more. I think I needed 5, and I've gotten 3. But let's double check on that. Yeah, 2 more. All right, 2 more. I hate how I can't kill this dude. He's just right there too. Just taunting me. But look at that, guys. He's a red symbol over his head. Any more guys? The spawn rate is so slow. Hello. Hello, Forrest. Just come out here butt naked, run around in the weeds like nobody's gonna be able to notice. There was a news story on TV a couple days ago how there was a lady who just got out of her car during rush hour traffic and she just got butt naked. Started walking. Totally lost her mind with traffic, I guess is the way to look at it on that one. She's like, I'm done. I'm done with it all. I'm walking butt naked home. I don't even know if she was going home. She's just walking. She do. Oh, is he gonna attack it? All right, he's gonna attack it. We're gonna help him out. Throw up our healing orb. Wait for it to get a little closer. Oh yeah, he's kicking the crap out of that thing. Nice. Nicely done. Alright, I believe that was the last one we needed. Let's double check. 12 out of 12. Now we just need those healers and the pellet, whatever those are. I don't think I've even seen those yet, so let's go back. I know I kind of gotten sidetracked doing multiple quests, but that's one of the joys about this game. When you feel like you've done enough fishing and you want to do some actual combat, you got quests for it. When you get done with combat and you feel like you want to do something a little slower, like fishing, or maybe even want to go into some dungeons, or just go off and explore. There's so much to this game to explore. Looks like somebody is, are they running away from it? Yeah, I think they're running away from it. I don't know if they're going to make it. No, I think they're going to die. No, they got away. They got away. Nice. Nicely done. Very close, though. Let's see if we can heal them up. Yeah, let me toss a heal on you, man.
Thank you.
No worries, dude. You get a nice little healing orb for you, too. Your green orb isn't looking so hot. Yeah, if you look at it, I don't know if you guys can see it that close. It looks broken. It looks broken and oh, look, somebody's killing it. Let's help him. Let's come over here and give this guy a hand. This is the last one we need to. We just tag it. Come on, we can take him down. Oh, so close. It's almost there. Oh, nicely done, dude. Alright, that was the last one of those dudes we need, so I am probably never going to kill another one of them. All duct taped together, looking like someone in the Navy fixed it at some point. Yeah, a little bit. You know, I mean, I assume you're going to get different orbs, or at some point maybe you could upgrade the orbs that you have. They pretty much gave you all the orbs you needed to start with, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I wish they started you off with no orbs, and you had to go out there and earn everything that you got. And when you finally got like a healing one, or you could choose, like I'm going to go down the healing route, so I have those spells, but because they give you all of them to kind of test them out, I think is what they're doing right now. Because it is so like early access, you're you can be anything. You can be the DPS, you can be the healing, and why I like the utility of the class itself being that way, I would prefer you to have to work for it, or to make like hard choices on whether you actually. Oh my god, this thing's gonna kill me. Feathers. All right, let's get a healing orb up because I am almost dead. Actually, go ahead and put down some more healing here. And we'll attack early, because we like to live on the dangerous side. Probably should have got out of his little attack when he was doing it, but a little lazy. I don't always jump out of the way of those things. I know it's driving somebody nuts out there. Frog. Or hog, I should say, not frog. There he goes. Wow, he takes off a lot of life when he does that. Like, a lot of life. You'd be a healer's worst enemy in Final Fantasy XIV. Why, do you get everything in Final Fantasy XIV? Or is it because I'm taking all the hits? Probably a mixture of both, to be honest. No teeth off of these things. What is wrong with you guys tonight? Let's put my gun away. Did I get one when I wasn't paying attention? Nope. Nope, I sure didn't. You guys were dropping them like crazy last night. I mean, they're still dropping a lot of loot, just not the ones I want. Okay, well, nothing off of them either. No, they lay down very obviously pie plates when a mob is going to do a strong attack. You get lots of time to find safe places, but some people still just eat the damage. This one's pretty quick. There's definitely some mobs that react faster than others. There's a quest. Oh, that's for the new house. So you can get a house over here too if you want to. We'll go through one more rotation of hogs. If we don't get a tooth on that one, we'll head back out there and just regularly fish off of creatures and see what we can get off of the things that we got. Now you can see there is a slope to the ground, so if you are playing sitting in a couch or a chair and you're a little lower than you would have liked, you can come up here to the top of the hill, and you can kind of see a little bit better. You can see over the grass top. So this is a good spot to pull to. There is a range at which enemies will no longer come to you if you're too far away. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I've played games where they have that. It makes sense. I played games that don't have a tether, and I like the ones that don't have a tether. I think there's a little bit more involved with that because you have to be very careful. You can't just run through mobs and, you know, get out of their range. Now, the good thing about this one is even though you can do that, even though you can run out of its tether, it slows you down. It slows your movement down. So if you look over here on the right, you'll see this little pink bar. That one, as I move, will start to drain away, and then it recharges. Recharges really, really quick when I stop because I'm not in combat. But when I am in combat, you guys can look at that. We'll move around a little bit on the next one. You'll see that the pink bar does not come back nearly as fast. So trying to get away from an enemy, it takes a little doing, and you're getting hit the whole time. So you're probably gonna die. So there's not a whole lot of like running through, but I don't know. We'll check it out on this one. So if I zap like red over here, now it's recharging, and like I said, it's recharging fairly decently, but it does take a little bit. So we don't want to die on this one. So we're gonna need to burn this guy down real quick. There we go. What you guys say? Is it perpetual night? There have been areas where it does seem like that's the case. I think what it is the nighttime and daytime cycles are just long. It's not like in some games where you go through a whole daylight and nightlight cycle in like 20 minutes of game time. And this one seems to be like an hour or so, maybe even more, which is nice. Again, it gives you that realistic feeling of the world taking shape around you and you're being part of it. There are areas in the game that I have noticed that certain mobs will spawn more than they will during the day at nighttime. So, you know, if you're looking for, like, if you go to Wonderwood, Wonderlust, whatever the name of that village is, you'll find there are these hogs over there too, or wolves. I forget what they're called, but there's regular level, or no, the wargs. That's what they are. They're wargs. You'll find lots of wargs over there, but then they have these black ones over there as well. And when you attack them, when they get down low enough on life, they actually spawn the normal ones. They like call them from the ether. And now you're taking on 1 to 2, sometimes even 3 extra mobs. So you got to be very, very careful with those. But those mobs that spawn the other ones, they're there during the day, but they're kind of few and far in between. There's only like a handful of them in the mix. But when it becomes nighttime, oh my god, like every single mob that spawns over there is those types. And it almost becomes impossible for you to hunt there unless you can take them on. But there's a quest to kill those things. So if a lot of people are camping them, or you just don't want to have to sit there and wait, you know, for the respawns like we're doing over here, we're kind of having to wait for the pops to come back up, and then just kill them during the nighttime. And there's no teeth on this one. It's totally making me a liar. Not everyone wants the game as hard as you probably, though you are a masochist at all. You know, I mean, a little bit. I do like to make games hard. I think that keeps people playing longer and not shorter, guys. I think games that race to the finish line, you know, we've played games like that before, EverQuest 2, you know, World of Warcraft. They're great games, don't get me wrong. I'm not like insulting the games at all. I think they have their place. But something I've noticed with those games is people tend to race to max level, and then they grind out the loot, and it all becomes about loot. When are you adding more loot? When do I get my big epic piece? And I guess that's enjoyable for some, but I like playing a game because the game itself is enjoyable, not the end item, the loot. And again, I know I'm weird, but there's not a drop at all. So you hogs can go roam in the forest off of a short pier, because you guys are butts. I mean, you have big butts, and now you guys are butts. All right, so we're leaving this area. We're gonna go fish, because why not? That guy looks like he's over encumbered, which is a thing in this one. You can become encumbered and have to do something about it. You move a lot slower, almost like an EverQuest where you're walking really slow. And I don't know if there's like a double encumbrance, where if you're really, really overweight, we're talking about like massively overweight, it slows you down even more. That should be something we could test out. I have a lot of equipment back in my base, in my room, and we could put all that stuff on us and maybe see if we can even move anymore after that. But yeah, I'm liking the realism that they're kind of mixing in, which is why I'm saying I think maybe they might be going down that route. I don't want to speak for them because I've had no communication with them whatsoever other than them giving me permission to review their game and actually being very gracious enough to send me a Steam key to get this game, because it is a little pricey. Totally worth it, but, you know, kind of a little investment. So you want to make sure, you know, watch those videos, make sure it's a game that you want. That's what I always do with any game that's over like 30 bucks. You know, watch some videos on it, make sure that's exactly the thing we're looking for. He got the Queen's Ear. We need one more of those. We need one more potion, and so we need one more Queen's Ear. Let's get this guy a heal. Stay within the green circle, man. There we go. Let's toss an orb up there for him. Give him a little bit of something to play around with. Seems like there's a lot of people over here fishing now. I mean, I think my my honey hole has been discovered.
Reach back and then let go like when you're facing straight up.
Let's go a little further down. We're gonna go past that little part with all the lily pads, and we're gonna see if maybe we can find another honey hole. Maybe even over where the waterfall is. I have not tried the waterfall yet. That could be a thing. This guy probably won't attack us if we don't walk right over him. Now, if you're a lower level, guys, be very aware that they will attack you. So, okay, we'll try it right over here. I've never fished over here. All right, let me see. Fishing rod. What do we got? Small eye. Well, it's all we got. It's all we got. Oh, we'll get right on top of the water. Look at that. I can dingle it right in there. Okay, well, are you not going to want to fish? There you go. Not the greatest cast in the world, but at least it let me actually cast it. Oh, we already got a fish on the line. This is proving promising. I'm kind of liking the fact that we got a fish right off the bat. And it's a good thing it wasn't a long cast, otherwise it'd be a long pull in. Or real. Yeah, we're pulling it in, guys. Oh, look at that. He's so cute, little tiny goldfish. God, look at this bad opinion ever about video games. I do always ask more of my video games than video games like to give, and I'm probably hated by every developer I've ever played because, you know, I'll do... Oh, my God, that was like the worst cast. Let's go up a little bit. I think maybe we can get a little bit better cast from up here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that you know, series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.